Ben 10 mom say this. Thank you, my God, for not leaving my son. You cover him. Red heart emoji. Well, good for her, because he ain't gonna be able to walk no more, according to rumors. Ben 10 paralyzed. They didn't make it public yet. I'm gonna cut your name and pick out when I post this. Okay, bro, please. So, LOL. I don't want to be in none of that BR mess.
Ben 10 is now paralyzed, and Jay Prince Jr. could soon be facing arrest over the situation. The son of one of the most influential figures in hip-hop may be held responsible because a man who supported him is currently lying in a hospital bed, unable to move his legs. April 8th, Houston. A restaurant known as Confessions. All-Star Jr. was attempting to leave the building. Jay Prince Jr. reportedly learned he was there, made a call, gathered his people, and sent them toward the elevator area. Ben 10 showed up out of loyalty and ended up taking multiple gunshots. Now he can't walk, and Jay Prince Jr. may be facing serious consequences soon. Here's exactly what took place inside that restaurant, who was present, how the shooting unfolded, and why Jay Prince Jr. could end up in handcuffs despite not firing a weapon. Let's break it down. To understand how this situation developed, we need to go back and explain the background, because many people hearing these names may not fully understand their significance. So here's a quick breakdown. First, Jay Prince Jr. If you know anything about Houston's rap scene, you already know the Prince family holds serious influence. His father, James Prince Sr., built Rap-A-Lot Records from the ground up, the same label that introduced the world to the Ghetto Boys, Scarface, and helped launch major Southern hip-hop careers. The Prince name carries generational influence in Houston. This isn't just about music. The family has strong street credibility, deep connections, and a reputation that goes far beyond the industry. Jay Prince Jr., also known as James Prince Jr., has been living under that legacy while trying to build his own identity. But the issue is, and this needs to be said clearly, his name continues to appear in situations unrelated to music. We've seen reports of him being stopped in Miami, we've seen his involvement in situations with Finesse 2 times, and now his name is linked to one of the most serious incidents of 2026. This time, it's not just rumors online. There are cameras, witnesses, and a man in a hospital who may never walk again. Now, let's talk about NBA Ben 10, whose real name is Ben Anthony Fields. He is affiliated with NBA YoungBoy and part of the Never Broke Again group. If you follow that circle, you know it's tightly connected and loyal. Ben 10 has been involved for years. He's not a random individual. He has a known presence in the Baton Rouge rap scene and is respected in that environment. That's what makes this situation more serious. He wasn't just caught in something random. He came to Houston with his people and ended up in a situation that should never have escalated the way it did. Then there's All-Star Jr., real name Jeremy Ford, born February 6, 1994, from Detroit, Michigan. He's originally from Joy Road on the west side before relocating to the east side. He became known as part of the Detroit collective All-Stars Ball Hard, alongside T Grizzly, All-Star Lee, and All-Star Poe. He's not inexperienced or chasing attention. He built his reputation in one of the toughest rap cities in the country. He has mixtapes, history, and on April 8, 2026, he showed he wasn't going to back down. These are the 3 main individuals involved. The location: Confessions Restaurant on the 3200 block of Kirby Drive in Houston, Texas, Wednesday night around 11:30 p.m. Now that the people involved are clear, let's get into what actually happened. But this situation didn't begin inside the restaurant. It started earlier and over something personal. According to circulating reports and multiple sources, the root of this issue traces back to a woman, specifically All-Star Jr.'s child's mother. Allegedly, Jay Prince Jr. became involved with her. There are also claims suggesting that he may have had a physical incident involving All-Star Jr.'s child. That detail remains unconfirmed at this time, but it is widely discussed and appears to be the starting point of the conflict. When personal matters mix with street issues, especially involving family, situations escalate quickly. At some point, All-Star Jr. ended up in Houston. Whether it was for music, business, or something else, he was in the same city as Jay Prince Jr., and their paths crossed. Reports suggest that once Jay Prince Jr. found out All-Star Jr. was inside Confessions, he made a call and gathered people to come to the location. individuals connected to NBA YoungBoy's circle and members of the Mob Ties group reportedly showed up. Think about the situation. A Detroit rapper enters a Houston venue, and the local power structure responds by assembling a group to confront him. All-Star Jr. was reportedly trying to leave when he was approached near the elevators. Multiple individuals surrounded him, attempted to take his chain, struck him with objects, and physically attacked him. Despite being outnumbered, he managed to hold his position. At that point, the situation changed completely. During the altercation, a firearm reportedly fell to the ground. It is believed that someone in Ben 10's group was carrying it. All-Star Jr., who reportedly was unarmed at the time, picked up that same weapon, and that's when the situation escalated into gunfire. At approximately 11:30 p.m. on April 8, 2026, Houston police responded to reports of shots fired at Confessions. When officers arrived, they found a chaotic scene with 2 individuals injured. According to Lieutenant R. Wilkins, one victim had multiple gunshot wounds to the torso, while the others suffered injuries to the legs and arms. Information spread quickly afterward.
3200 Kirby Drive at the Confessions nightclub, just behind me upstairs. It's a bar/restaurant type location. Tonight there was probably, 20, 30 people in there and several servers and everything. Got some pretty good video. We got 2 victims on the scene right now. This is a shooting. We got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So,
within hours, reports began circulating that one of the victims was NBA Ben 10. Early updates described his condition as critical, requiring ICU care. The situation appears even more serious based on additional reports suggesting long-term damage. There are strong claims that he may not walk again. This has not been officially confirmed by family or representatives, but those close to the situation are aware of the severity. The lack of updates, photos, or statements from his circle has raised concern. OG Monique, the mother of OG 33, did confirm on Instagram that Ben 10 is alive and conscious, asking people to stop spreading false reports about his death. That clarification matters. He is alive, but being alert does not mean he is recovered. Meanwhile, All-Star Jr. left the scene. He exited the building and was not taken into custody. From a legal standpoint, his actions appear to fall under self-defense. He was outnumbered, attacked, and allegedly being robbed. He used a weapon that was already present and responded to the threat. Houston police acknowledged the self-defense angle early in the investigation. As of now, no charges have been filed against him. That detail has drawn significant public attention. As more information surfaced, people began connecting the larger context. This was not simply about a chain robbery. The chain narrative appears to be a surface-level explanation. The deeper issue involves prior conflict, including the personal situation involving the woman, the alleged disrespect, and the organized response that brought multiple individuals to that location. This appears to have been a targeted confrontation. According to multiple accounts, J. Prince Jr. allegedly made the call that led to the gathering. All-Star Jr. was already leaving when someone informed J. Prince Jr. of his presence. That call reportedly brought the group to Confessions. That sequence of events placed Ben 10 in that location at that time. From a legal perspective, this is critical. If someone organizes a group, directs them to confront another person, and that confrontation leads to serious injury or death, they can face charges even without directly participating in the violence. Legal concepts such as conspiracy and felony involvement apply in these situations. If prosecutors determine that J. Prince Jr. coordinated the events, his legal exposure could be significant. If Ben 10's condition worsens, the potential consequences become even more serious. Footage showing J. Prince Jr. at the scene confirmed his presence, which adds another layer to the investigation. When combined with the reported call, the motive, and the individuals involved, it creates a situation authorities are likely examining closely. Houston police have confirmed that the investigation is ongoing. No official arrests have been announced yet, but security footage from the restaurant is expected to play a key role in determining what happened. There has also been debate online about whether All-Star Junior's side played a role in escalating the situation. Reports suggest there may have been tension and possible earlier conflict. However, the key legal factor remains that All-Star Junior responded after being physically attacked. He did not initiate the confrontation at the restaurant. That distinction will likely shape the outcome of the case. The events at Confessions on April 8th immediately impacted the hip-hop community, and the situation continues to develop as more details emerge. First, the Mob Ties situation. J. Prince Jr. has been developing his Mob Ties brand and crew for years, and many artists and personalities in Houston have aligned themselves with that name and movement. But after this incident, people are beginning to raise serious concerns. How many situations have ended badly due to being close to J. Prince Jr.? People online have been counting, and the number being discussed is concerning. This is not the first time the JPJ name has been linked to serious violence. Consider the Takeoff situation. Migos member Takeoff was shot and killed in Houston in 2022, and J. Prince Jr.'s name was also mentioned around that incident, although he was not charged in connection with that case. The key point is that patterns matter. When the same name repeatedly appears near tragic events, at some stage the discussion shifts from coincidence to accountability. Second, NBA YoungBoy's camp is in a complicated position.
NBA YoungBoy and J. Prince have had known tension, so the fact that Ben 10, a YB affiliate, was at this location reportedly because of J. Prince Jr.'s Paul adds another layer that people are noticing. Why was someone from YB's inner circle moving with JPJ? That question is circulating and there is no clear answer yet. Third, All-Star Junior's role in all of this. The artist from Detroit came to Houston and left unharmed, while the other side did not. In street narratives, that situation often speaks for itself. However, All-Star Junior is not free from legal risk. Even in a self-defense case, involvement in a grand jury is still possible. He can still be questioned and may face civil liability. His legal team will likely have significant work ahead in the coming months handling this situation. Then there is Ben 10's family. Beyond all the street politics, online debates, and speculation, there is a real person in a hospital right now. Ben Anthony Fields is someone with family and people who care about him. If reports about paralysis are accurate, his life may be permanently changed, not because of a major conflict he was deeply involved in, but reportedly because he showed up to support someone who placed him in a situation he should not have been in from the start. That is the part that should make people pause. Ben 10 did not initiate this. He reportedly came because he was called. Now he is the one facing the most serious consequences. Let's step back for a moment, because this situation goes beyond just J. Prince Jr. and Ben 10. This is a story about influence, loyalty, and how quickly both can lead to serious harm in these environments. The reality is, the hip-hop industry has long existed between entertainment and street culture. In most cases, artists and industry figures manage to stay within that line without crossing into real-life tragedy. But when individuals, regardless of their background or connections, use their position to direct street-level actions, that is when serious consequences occur. That is when music becomes secondary and real-world outcomes take over.
J. Prince Jr. is the son of a well-known figure, but being the son of a respected name does not justify allegedly being involved in situations that lead to people getting shot or seriously injured. The Prince name carries strong influence in Houston, but that influence also brings responsibility. Based on current reports, it appears that responsibility may not have been upheld on the night of April 8th. The question the community continues to face is one that comes up repeatedly. At what point do people stop excusing powerful individuals when their actions directly or indirectly result in harm to those loyal to them? Ben 10 showed loyalty. He responded when called. Now he is reportedly fighting for his life and possibly his ability to walk. Meanwhile, J. Prince Jr. was present in that building and appears in those videos. If Houston authorities proceed properly, he may have to address serious questions, because ultimately, security footage will be critical. Cameras do not show loyalty. Cameras do not follow affiliations. Cameras do not consider family legacy. They simply record events. And what was recorded that night at Confessions on Kirby Drive may determine how this entire situation unfolds. If Ben 10 recovers, and there is hope that he does, because no one deserves to be in that condition, then J. Prince Jr. may avoid the most severe legal consequences.
However, even in that scenario, civil cases, conspiracy inquiries, and grand jury involvement are still likely. The legal phase of this situation is only beginning. If the outcome becomes worse and Ben 10 does not survive, then the legal consequences for J. Prince Jr. could change significantly. At that point, strong legal defense would be essential because the nature of the charges would escalate. The Prince name, regardless of its history, would not be enough to prevent serious charges if evidence directly connects him to the incident. This is a situation where real events are unfolding faster than public discussion can keep up. The investigation is ongoing, footage exists, and many already have their own understanding of what happened. The remaining question is whether the legal system will reach the same conclusions. Stay informed because any development, whether arrests, charges, or updates on Ben 10, will shape how this story continues to unfold.